So I fired up my old phone, and out of nowhere, I got an informative message. Hey, there's a new software update. This is my Galaxy S5, and if you've had an Android device before, you know old phones from 2014, might I add you, don't tend to get updated that often. This is the first time in 4 years that it's prompted for an update, which is insane. So yeah, look at the old school updating. This is Android 6.0. So this phone runs Android 6, while my phone right now I'm recording with runs Android 9. This is so slow. I forgot how slow this old phone was. Today is finally the day that the system is actually going to be properly complete. Like, the two extra things I had to buy, three extra things I had to buy, was obviously the 4TB hard drive, which I now have, and then the PCIe Bluetooth Wi-Fi card. Now, I just have to stick in the extra RAM.
So setting up the RAM was pretty simple, just plug and play, but the problem was I had to flip my memory around. So memory slots work in 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So you have 1 in the first slot, second in the middle slot, and that's how RAM works. That's how you put RAM in. Some motherboards have it just 1, 2, 3, 4. Mine would be 1. Well, you have. If you had just like how my motherboard is sat right now, right here, as you guys can see if I just shift in. This would be RAM slot 1, this would be RAM slot 2, and then 3, then 4. That worked fine, but when I put two of the separate other RAM sticks in, the ones I had seemed to be a defective version, meaning if I'd have to firmware update the RAM, but that would possibly break my memory, so I couldn't be asked doing that. I flipped them around, meaning now 1 and 2 are in 1 and 3. It still works just fine, you can do it like that. So yeah, if you're gonna buy these RAM kits, make sure to pick the colors you want, or just leave them on rainbow, because Crucial's mod ballistic fucking software is a pain in the fucking ass. I hate it. It's horrible. You can try other software, like ROG's software. There is someone, I'll leave their link to their GitHub down below, making an RGB all-in-one software that controls everything. And it's working quite well. It's still not a full product done yet, but it's in the beta stages, which I'll leave down below. But yeah, RAM's fine. I've got it right now set to like a coral blue, like a vaporwave, aesthetic. Now I need to get this back to, oh my god, the Windows fucking hate fit. So yeah, just wanted to say that there, because I don't know, I spent hours trying to figure it out. It was finicky.
I've never put RAM in vertically before. Actually, I may have. I just don't actually remember. So the same 16 gig kits, the same RGB kit, which is funny. People told me to not get the RGB. Before I was doing the PC, they actually said, oh, it'd be cheaper just to get the non-RGB. It's not a necessity. But for some reason, the non-RGB versions of these sticks are actually more expensive. So, yeah. So these came this morning. They were supposed to come on the 9th, but they must have come early, because my Amazon said, my mum was like, I got a package. I was like, what? I had a package already today, so I'm going to got another one. I was like, oh, I have no space for anything. So here's the RAM sticks in all their glory. Same, bog standard ROM sticks. Well, they could be ROM, actually. RAM sticks I have. Now, to place them in all their glory. So this ought to be interesting. I'm going to get it to match up the line of the keyboard. So I'm just going to place this. Oh, I gotta open up the latch, I think. And you're probably thinking, maybe just put your PC down on the desk. I have no room. Pog. Alright, I honestly thought I was gonna break it then. I feel like you are breaking it. Like, it's not going in properly. Like, look. Whoa! Oh my god. It'd be fine. My back of the desk has, back guard, but, you have to push down quite hard. And I think that's the one thing where most people are afraid of when PC, because they tell you, don't push down a CPU hard, but then push down other components hard. So it's like, which one do I do? Alright. That looks about right. And I can't really tell because the light's not ideally in the right way I want it to be. Aha! Oh, come on. Here we go. And the bottom one's done. Not done yet. That time I had a bit more force because I had force behind the PC. So now, oh, look at that. That looks lovely. That looks lovely. Just seeing those in there. That looks like a complete system now. I won't need to make any more upgrades now. Alright, systems on standby. Standby. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And boom! Boom! Look at all that RGB in the RAM. I'll have to configure that in a minute. And yes, I'm standing on a platform like when I built the PC. Why? Because static, you know? Probably thinking just take your shoes off. I hate walking around my room with no shoes on. It's a pain. This is not alcoholic, by the way. I need to change that. How do I change that? My name's not Videtta anymore. It's Joshy Nor. Oh, that reminds me I need to edit the video. Now I should be able to. Oh, look at that. Look at that rainbow strip. I don't know why only one strip does it. You can't see on camera, but right now only one strip moves while the other one's kind of in sync. Technically, I need to finish it by plugging that cooler in, but. Oh. Mash the delete key. Aha, it's delete. Aha, delete. Right. Let's check if the RAM is all this, working. How do I check the RAM now? CPU memory. Oh, it's running fine. Is there a way? How do I check if they're all in the same? It should be working. If all the RAM's lit up, I'm fairly certain it's working. Alright, we are logged in. Task manager. This is the best way to check. Performance. Way, there it is. 32 gig of RAM. Oh, that's the most I've had in the system. Look at that. Only 12% memory. Usually that shoots up to 40. Well, would you look at that? It's weird. It says 32 a bit, and it says 31.9. Thanks, Windows. But now the system should be able to run a lot more smooth. I should be able to have more apps in the background, and generally be able to play modded Minecraft with. I bet I'll be able to do like a lot more modded stuff, and just generally do more stuff in the background. And DaVinci Resolve will just in general have more RAM to use. So I've decided to record everything in Quad HD, so that's 2560 by 1440p. And generally it is better quality, and it makes the framing actually slightly bigger. I've also moved my bed around. The shower room is over there where my bed used to be, and vice versa. Although that's over there using my Lego now, and the room actually looks, it's a lot more long, but it's a lot more space. And it just looks nicer. I hate if my webcam was capturing my bed, so now it's just going to capture the desk. And also the speakers have to be on top of the unit because it won't fit. But what I love about this area is, it's just so cozy. I'm in a corner of a room with no stupid dip on the side. I can also just place you guys up on the wall like this. Hopefully without falling off my bed, which I have done before. Sit around like this. Watch a video on the new, MacBook Pros, the MacBooks with the M1 chip. Generally because I watched a review of Linus's video about the AirPod Maxes, which, stupid name, like worse than when EA came out with Battlefield 1, which is a great game, despite the stupid name. So can you tell which one's the new remote? If you guess correctly, well, you want a cookie. Now, this one here on the right is the old one, well, this is the new one. To show you what's different, the floor here might it's not dirty, I improved it yesterday. So, this is the old one. The red has desaturated over the years. I've used this for 5 years. This one doesn't have the JVC logo, but it says it's a legit one. I even looked at the part number, it's a legit one. And obviously you can tell some of my favorite used buttons are different there, the volume button as well. And just generally, the back as well doesn't feel as glossy. That might just be because I've used it. So, yeah, first let's take the batteries out of my old one. It didn't come with batteries. I mean, I didn't expect it to come with any batteries. AAA batteries. They should, oh wait, you know what? I feel like they should change, instead of AAA batteries, why does it have a battery you can just charge? Like a remote? Why can't you just include a battery inside and just charge it? Because, like, put like what? A 1500 mAh battery? Like, TV remotes don't need that much juice, so I feel like they should give you a rechargeable TV remote. So, imagine this doesn't turn on. Oh, turns on. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, it feels way better. Up, down. Still mushy. Feels like the remote's vibrating when I change it. Still works when I try and use the old one. Obviously, it's not going to work. Look, the button just mushes in. So yeah, technically this remote still works. The volume button just doesn't work. Will I still keep it? Of course. But yay! New remote. Who knew I would get excited over a fucking remote? Good morning. I've had an eventful morning. My Xbox last night turned off, and usually, like, I wake up at like 12 and I'm like, let's turn it on and watch TV after like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But I decided to keep it on and just go back to sleep, which waking up after 4 hours of sleep and trying to go back to sleep is very tricky for me. Today, we're going to look for something I've used for a long time, which is in this drawer. I just need to grab it. Oh god, speak of the devil. This is all I'm grabbing, but... So, Curtis's TechNet keyboard. This here. This was my mum's, not first laptop, but first one she bought when we lived in an old house. This was a eMachines. Probably never heard of the brand eMachines. I think eMachines is owned by... can't actually tell the back anymore, okay, it's all written off. Can't remember who eMachines is owned by. But I know it's owned by, I think, like a big company. I know so this notebook, I wouldn't call it a laptop. It's more like a netbook, a notebook for surfing the web. And it only just did that. This, as you can see, I still have to look at the keyboard. We have the F key, and the H key, and the V key have all been ripped off, thanks to my brother when he was a baby. Was this laptop any good? No. This laptop was terrible to say. Was it good by any range? The only thing I had good for it was, I don't know, it's portability. It's small. So here's that wireless keyboard I talked about. See? I think it's small. Even Googling stuff on here took decades. I remember when it was working, which was a few years ago, I remember when my mum didn't use anymore, she had a computer, which is in pieces on my shelf. I plugged an Ethernet cable into this thing, and it was way better. The Wi-Fi solution on here is terrible, although I took those out ages ago. This laptop died a few years ago, I'm just gonna go laptop. But what I did take out of it, which was in here and here, was the RAM and the hard drive. Fun fact, this was the hard drive. Yes, a Western Digital Blue 160 gig 2.5-inch hard drive. Proof that there was this hard drive. My mum bought this in like 2011. Yeah, this came out in 2010. It's hard drive. Yes, 11 years ago. So, and yeah, it's a few years old. And the speeds on it are like 50 read, 50 writes. It's terrible. And you're probably thinking, oh, maybe the CPU made up for that. No, this had an Intel Atom, which, if you don't know, is a mobile chip. And Intel was never really good for making mobile chips. That's why you've never seen a smartphone with Intel inside. Yes, that's why, because Intel makes terrible mobile chips. Each company can make stuff good. For example, Samsung makes amazing phones. You know, they make amazing. They make amazing phones. Samsung makes a lot of things. You know, fridges. You know, Samsung's in every market. You'd be surprised. They only just don't make phones and tablets. They make laptops in the past, which are fairly easy. They make great displays, great TVs. But the one thing they've been kind of on is laptops. But every market's like that. For example, Microsoft has been good at making software, but making a phone. I mean, Windows on the phone was terrible. I hated it. I tried using someone's phone. I think it was what was it? This kid Ethan from school. Tried to use his phone, literally to call my mum, and I was like, "How the fuck do you use this?" I was like, "Windows Mobile, this is shit." Each company can make something great, and then they can make something terrible. So Snapdragon is really good in the mobile market, but Apple makes really good MacBooks, no doubt. The new M1 series they made themselves with their own chip, they seem very compelling. But Apple cannot make gaming devices. It's mad though, because Apple was the first one to actually make the Apple Mac 2, or the computer that played games, while Microsoft was like, that's too kiddish. Look how that changed. Yeah,
this laptop doesn't work anymore, even if I try and power it on. Now, even if I plugged it in. That was the thing. The battery was so terrible, my mum had to keep this plugged in. So you have I/O, so USB 2, mic line in, headphone in, like VGA, Ethernet, and you had your Kensington lock, and a charger input, and a SD card slot, which for years, I had no clue what the hell this was. Literally, I had no clue. And some ventilation on the bottom, and a battery you can take out. And this battery, see, it's really tiny. So this has a 2,200 milliamp hour battery. This is smaller than my Galaxy S5, but it's bigger than a PlayStation 5 controller, or PlayStation 4, probably both. So I'm recording reversed, the camera's lower, that's good, you can see the build here. So about an hour ago, I died while trying to vape with the Goon here. I just ordered some new cotton because it's this cotton I have, which is terrible. I'm going to have to use it now, but I'm going to try and just deal with it for a day. Caught fire and, yeah, it tasted like I just smoked 20 cigarettes. And you're probably just going to jump to conclusion like, yeah, vaping's bad. I've never had it done on me for that. And I've been vaping RDAs since like 2017. So, yeah, don't know why I did that. I just tried building with these reverse Claptons, and they're so fucking annoying. I got regular wire. I just got no tools to build said regular wire. I got 24 gauge wire here. This is canful wire. It's canful wire. Problem is, I'm gonna have to build with it. Yes, I could technically build it with a screwdriver. I could try. I'm gonna try and build it with a screwdriver, which I don't know how that's gonna work, but I wish, and this is my fault here, I just kept a good working tank, so I could just use a tank, because I love my RDAs, but nowadays, tanks are just a lot better than what they used to be. Like, tanks about 3 years ago, they were alright, 3, 4, 5 years ago, but now tanks are actually gone a bit better. I still have the original first sub-owned tank from Aspire. The sad thing is, no one makes coils for anymore. I could probably try and find some coils for different mods, but...
New torch for fishing.
Oh, fucking hell. That scared the crap out of me. Remember how I was trying to find a build tool so I could build wires for my mech? I just fucking found it. It was on the shelf behind something, and what's mad is, I've picked up that object that it was behind, or in front of, multiple times. Right now, it's mad. See, when you're looking for something and you don't find it, you find what you were looking for the day before. I'm looking for my lavalier mic, so the microphone on my, phone doesn't sound trash. Oh my god. This is my wireless adapter for when my PC didn't have an Ethernet. It still doesn't. I use a lavalier mic for when I'm recording, better audio for mobile. Problem is, oh god, these are ancient liquids. I can never fucking find it. And you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to... Oh, you go... Oh, that's great. I've also found something else. So I just moved the graphics card I have. I also found something else. The bolts and screws from my shelf. Which, I can put the pieces back on. You know what? In the drawer. Because I know at some point, I'm going to want those back. You know what? Let's organize this area. Because I tend not to. I just leave it as it is. So the build tool. I can build some more coils later. Yay! Back of Ashley's old vape. Disgusting. It works. And it's really powerful. I couldn't use like these Tiger coils or these Intel lock Clapton coils because they're finicky. They're really finicky. They're not made for like these decks. So I had to use a coil off. I think of another idea in the box. Pretty much I had to do, which still works fine. Right now, let me get like a different background right now because you can see a lot of pink on me. This is the the same people that made the coil art. Oh yeah, coil art here. This is a coil art here. This is because it's coil art mech. which I might start using again. That gets hot. I've got this is all an Ultim cap and drip tip. This is a 3D printed wood squonker, although I can't find a squonk pin. I'll give you an answer with my batteries here. This was 100 quid. And yeah, I kind of wish I didn't buy it. Not because I don't like Ash's my friend. I kind of wish I didn't buy it because, yeah, I looked up online. These are not worth like 100 quid. They're worth like 50 quid. But some places sell them for even more, like 150. And yeah, it's pretty. It's nice. And a lot of people say to me, "Oh, Ashley robbed you money." Blah, blah, blah. It's like I've been friends with Ashley for years. And like money's not really everything. Oh boy. As I said that, the magnet on the bottom just came flying out. Oh no. Well, that's not good. Oh, yeah, the magnet came out. Oh no. Yeah, the magnet on the door just came flying out. Oh, now it's getting stuck in there. Oh no. To be fair, that lasted quite a while, like 2 years. Oh, it keeps sticking to the battery. Okay, I can feel the magnetic force. It won't stick in to where it's supposed to go. Let me just grab it a second. Also, like without it, does the other door still work fine? That's the problem now. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, that comes off really easily. Anyway, I don't have any super glue or anything. If I did, then I would use it to, fix this, but sadly I don't have any super glue. Like, it keeps moving to where there's magnet, which is a pain because I don't want it to do that. Oh, see what I mean? It's just sticking to the battery. Oh. That kind of seemed to work, just wedging it on. Oh, the magnet just comes out. Like, it can jam into place. It's just trying to take it off now. It's kind of like, meh.
Just for 12 months.
Pretty much.
Oh god.
Thank you guys for watching this month's vlog, this month's video. Stay tuned for more vlogs in future, although once we hit 50, the vlog season 1 will end. But the next season of vlogs will be something different and something more of what I want to do moving on. I myself have changed, so the content has to change in the coming months. My hair is being me. So yeah, hope you like the video. Stay tuned for February. And stay tuned for more videos. Either way, I've been Josh Renault, and I'll catch you guys next time.